Let's give a round of applause for a beautiful day here in the city of Campana. We're all excited to be here. Before we start, I'm introducing the Boy Scout Troop DOA of Campana to present the colors. At this time, I'd like to ask Sierra Colvin, ASB President of Rio Mesa High School, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning. I can remember that you begin. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. And at this time, I'd like to invite Adriana Dillon of Pacifica High School to lead us in the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the land o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the Rockies regular the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's give the boys troop a hand and the students and what a wonderful initiative. Okay, please be seated. At this time, I'd like to invite some very important people that are here this morning to celebrate. I'd like to begin with the board president, Socorro Lopez-Hanson, Dr. Gary Davis, vice president of the board, Dr. Steve Hall, clerk of the board, Mr. John Alamino, member, and Mr. Wayne Edmonds, member. And throughout the morning, I will be introducing some other people, folks from the community. But first, I just want to say a few words, and I'll say some more later on. This day could not have happened without you folks out there, the community members, and everyone, parents, and just everyone coming together in terms of making this day a reality. I would like to introduce a few members of our community dignitaries at this time, and I will introduce others later. So, and if I leave someone's name off the list, you must have either not RSVP'd or you snuck in late, so please forgive me. First of all, I'd like to recognize Kevin Kildee, Mayor of City of Camarillo. And Kevin, why don't you come up and go ahead if you want to make an announcement this time, please do so.
Thank you for being here. I know there's many of us that were not sure that this day was going to happen, but I want to thank all of the people here today that had a little part in making this, and it takes an awful lot of people for something like this happen. I believe the last high school constructed in Camarillo, I believe, was 1958. So it was a 56. That was the year I was born. I should know that, shouldn't I? But it's wonderful. This will be a wonderful addition to our city here. I know there's a lot of younger families that are really looking forward to having their kids here. And personally, I'd like to thank the board for your perseverance, your vision, and the past board as well too, and all the teachers in our city and in this district too for supporting this. I know our Vice Mayor Bill Little is here, and so is Mike Morgan, and I'd like to thank them for being here, of course. So I want to present this to Dr. Samakian and the board as a certificate of recognition for the Rancho Campana High School groundbreaking ceremony. And we may not remember what is always going to be said here today, but we are going to definitely remember what's about to be built here. So I want to thank everybody for having a part in this, and this is a really good thing for our city. So thanks for sticking with it, persevering, and let's look at the future here with a big smile on her face. So, Doctor, I'd like to present this to you.
Okay, as was mentioned, Bill Little, Vice Mayor, is here, and also Mike Morgan, City Council member, so please stand. I'd like to introduce, I'm trying to do this in appropriate order, but Dr. Richard Duran, who is the Oxnard College president. I saw you here earlier, Dr. Duran. Superintendent of the Ventura County office, Mr. Stan Mantooth. There he is. Beautiful. The superintendent of Pleasant Valley School District, Diane Michael. Bob Russ, board member of the Pleasant Valley School District. And Ron Speakman, board member of the Pleasant Valley School District. That's it for right now, and I'll be introducing others later on. So at this time, I'd like to introduce our board president, Socorro Lopez Hanson, for a few words.
On behalf of the Oxnard Union High School Board of Trustees, it is my honor and my privilege, and I am so excited to be able to do this today, to say haku, haku, bienvenidos, welcome, and hello. Today's groundbreaking has been years in the making. There were some rough patches, but we never lost faith. We had a promise to keep. My board promised Camarillo a new high school, and today we celebrate our promise kept. Welcome to Rancho Campana High School. I'd like to thank the friends of the district who believed in us, worked with us, and helped us achieve this goal. Val Raines, Saul Chuligan, three board member, John Alamillo, Anna Bevins, and all of you who comprise For All the Kids. Thank you. Under Dr. Davis' unified our community and past measure age. Dr. Sumakian leads this new school's building with a very, very ambitious timeline. Thank you, all of you, for joining us today. Enjoy the spectacular sight. Take a moment to envision the Shumash encampment of the past and the era of Donador Camarillo. And please don't trip over the threshold of our new Rancho Campana High School while you do that. I cannot wait to see you again next year for the ribbon cutting of this fantastic fabulous school that we break ground for today. Thank you.
Okay, there are other dignitaries I'd like to present and introduce. And this process started out with what was defined as an ed spec committee that was led by Mr. Bill Dabbs, and I want to make sure I recognize him at this time. And there were a number of community members that came together, and this committee kind of morphed from ed specs to facilities planning to some of them kind of kept on with a naming committee. So I'm going to get some, you were on one of those committees, so I just want to make sure I recognize you. It's too hard to distill who's on which committee, but let's make sure I don't leave anybody out. I first want to recognize Kamala Hanas, who's the PTA 12th District Council Chair, but also has been spearheading a lot of our communications through Facebook and just getting parents excited and involved, so thank you very much. Mr. Richard Busey, again, another member that's been on that committee. Not sure which one, but on multiple ones. Let's see. Val Raines, I know that she was mentioned. She's been on several committees, former board member as well. I think she's been on touched her hand and everything. Also, Saul Jujan, his name was mentioned. Again, very active committee member. And he's also part of our Bond Oversight Committee. Mr. Fred Farrell, part of our Bond Oversight Committee. Fred, thank you. I believe James Peterson, part of our Oversight Committee. I'm sorry, James Martinez. James Martinez. We got so many of these Bond Oversight Committee names out there. Also, want to recognize Larry Davis, who's involved. Mr. Richard Wagner, Janet Lindgren, and Kathy Van Slyke. Okay, if I forgot somebody, I look at my list, I'll make sure I recognize you. So at this time, I would like to ask Mr. Stan Daly, who is the Camarillo Emeritus, to step up. A former teacher, I believe at Wainini High School, and I don't know where else he taught, but I'm sure he'll tell us. And we would like to have him share the history and the significance of the Rancho Campana High School. Thank you, Mr. Daly.
Mayor Kildee, City Council members, President Hanson, board members, City Manager Feng, Superintendent Dr. Smokian. I'm truly humbled to be here today. But I feel very comfortable being here today. I should have 3 feet because I've got a boot in 3 areas. I taught for the high school district for 35 years, all at Wainini High. That takes care of the district. Our citizens, I was born here, so I guess I'm a citizen of Camarillo. And I am your longest serving mayor of the city of Camarillo currently, and longtime council member. So I guess I've got a boot in all 3 areas. That's why I feel very comfortable here today. This occasion reminds me of other great events since I became the first vice mayor of the city of Camarillo in 1964 when we became a city. there have been so many great events in the history of the city of Camarillo that, by the way, we're on our 50th anniversary this year of the city of Camarillo. Very proud of that. I've been truly blessed to be involved in many of these activities, such as the new city offices. That was when I was mayor in 75, 76. Our outlet center coming into fruition. I was mayor at that time. And you know, just 200 yards from here, another great event occurred, and I gave the dedication speech to that in 1974, right that way at our new Pleasant Valley Hospital. We've never had a hospital in Cameron. That was a great event for Cameron. 42 years later, I'm standing before you here today. Praise the Lord. And a miracle, if I might say that, at the groundbreaking of a great new high school, Rancho, Campana. And at the time I was dedicating that building over there, I said to myself, isn't this a great event for Camarillo? Yes, I do talk to myself every once in a while. I just try not to answer. Today I'm saying the same thing. Isn't this a great event for Camarillo? The second high school of Camarillo. And it just didn't happen. Right where we stand today, my father in the early 1920s planted an orchard of walnuts. The trees were still flourishing when I grew up in the 50s here. My father would be so proud today that we're not growing walnuts and strawberries on the land. He would be very proud of the fact that we are going to grow students here. My family has always been such supporters of education. My grandfather, W.P. Daly, and his two brothers, C.J. and E.W., served on the Pleasant Valley School District for some 20 years from 1907. My mother in 1953 was the chairman of the committee that recommended to the school board that a high school be built in Camarillo. The result was Adolfo Camarillo High School. My sister, Jean B. Daly, Underwood, served for 28 years on the high school board and was instrumental in so many of the benefits to the students throughout the district and especially Camarillo. Today I am so proud of how you, the citizens, and our city council and their staff, and the board members and their staff of the high school district came together to bring this miracle to the final event. I'm so proud of not only the innovation in teaching methods and technologies that will occur at this new high school, but with the very architecture of the new high school, the new plant, which will blend in so well with our Camarillo feeling. And all for the benefit of our youth. May God bless each and every student who enters and leaves these portals, great pillars of education in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey, for those great words and well said. Okay, I want to make sure again I don't leave anyone out, so if I did mention Mr. Richard Wagner, who's also involved in the EdSpecs committee, I want to make sure he gets recognized. Maybe I recognize you twice, I'm not sure now. And then I want to move to introducing Kate Diamond, the principal architect of HMC Architect. Kate, come on up here, but before I do, and maybe you were going to do this, I want to make sure I recognize some people who played an important role in the project management in in terms of design, but also getting us to where we're at today. Mr. Steve Dickinson, Assistant Superintendent of Administrative Services, was working with this project. He's not able to be here today. Mr. Steve McFarland, thank you, Director of Facilities of our district. I want to make sure we recognize you as well. And also, Terry Zinger from California Construction Management is over there. It is so nice to see you. Let me tell you, that was probably the most important decision we made to get this project moving forward once I arrived. Rod Leard, also from California Construction Management, was really spearheading the project. Jeff Beilman and Steve Anderson from SC Anderson Construction Firm. They just completed 2 beautiful tours, one at Adolfo Camarillo High School and one at Wainima High School, which I'm going to tell you, if you really get a chance, please go by and visit them. They're just amazing. And also Holly King from Penfield and Smith, who's also helped us in some of these projects. And if I let somebody out, Kate will make sure that they're addressed. Thank you, Kate.
This is a truly beautiful and wonderful day. The theme of the day seems to be that it takes a village to make a high school, and that is absolutely true. It also takes a commitment. I think, Sakura, you started with the comment that this is about transforming a commitment to the community into a vision, now into a reality. And it has been a team effort every step of the way. I want to say I believe we met with Dr. Samakian the very first day he started officially working here, and the very first thing he said to us was, you know what the RFP said about opening the high school in 2016? We want to open it in 2015. Can you do it? And I gulped a lot and said, yeah, the hardest part is going to be working on the entitlements, because many high schools in California don't require collaboration and cooperation with the city they're in because they're exempt. This site required collaboration and commitment on the part of the city as well. I also said, how clear is your vision for what the high school wants to be? Is it a standard high school, or is there something special? And Bill Dabbs has already been recognized for leading the Education Spec Committee that turned into our steering committee. I've been in architecture for 35 years plus. We don't want to go into the details. And I will tell you, this was without question the best, the most active, the most engaged committee I have ever worked with. They had a real vision for the way education is linked to keeping citizens in Ventura with productive jobs, with creative ideas. They had a real vision for the future. They were determined that this was not going to be a cookie-cutter high school. This was going to be a unique educational opportunity in the 21st century. When a question went out, we would get 30-plus email responses. We would get total engagement and involvement, and you have to really reach out and thank all of them. I thank all of them for turning this into a special high school for Camarillo. The second challenge we faced was really re-earning the trust of the community of Camarillo. Promises had been made, delays had happened, no need to go back through painful history because we have really changed the relationship. I hope that everyone believes that we spent a lot of time listening, changing what we were doing, revising the footprint, being respectful of the value of prime agricultural land, responding to both the city council, the community, and LAFCO in rethinking, not at the expense of the school, quite genuinely to make a better school and to make it more specific to Camarillo. Now we're embarked on the final phase of turning it into a reality. And I'm really excited. And I do want to take a step back and say we couldn't have done it without the assistance of Penfield and Smith and all of our consultants. Architecture is totally a team sport. I see some of the members of my team here. Without Griselda, we wouldn't have gotten through DSA on the day before Christmas holidays so that we could be here on time. Without our team really working as hard as we could, we couldn't have achieved the level of sustainable design that we have. All of these things come into play. Now we're in partnership with SC Anderson and California Construction Management to deliver this on a super fast track. We couldn't have done that without the city's participation at all levels, staff and council members, to get us to the place where we can move forward. I see Rob Corley there. The California Department of Education is also a critical partner in this, and without Rob's help, I wouldn't have understood the hurdles that we were facing, and I think he will tell you that he's amazed that we managed to get here this fast and that we will deliver this high school on time. We will commit to maintaining quality. We're not going to compromise this, but we're going to work in partnership and continue the team effort to deliver a great high school. Thank you.
Oh boy, that happens. I'd like to recognize Trustee Steve Bloom from the Ventura College Community College District. Thank you for joining us this morning. And also Russ Olson from the Ventura County School Self-Funding Authority. I know he's back there. Thank you for being here. And a couple of people I think it's important to recognize, and that's Dave Norman, Director of the Community Development City of Campana, and also Mr. Bruce Fang, City Manager from City of Campana, who I don't see here this morning, but I know that his staff did just an amazing job working in collaboration with again, I don't want to put off the list, but as I said earlier, this is truly, as many have said, a community effort. No one person can take credit, but we appreciate everyone's support. The last thing I just want to get into is before we get into the groundbreaking, that's to follow up on some comments about the kind of school it's going to be, because there have been some questions about that, and we do have a frequently asked questions on our website, but just to make sure that that school is scheduled, God willing, scheduled to open up in August 2015 for 9th graders and 10th graders. So if your student is currently an 8th grader, they will be attending either high school and then they will transfer. Because there's going to be an anticipated large number of interest in Rancho Campana High School, we also anticipate some form of lottery. About 200 students, 9th graders and 200 10th graders. We will be sending more information in the fall, but anticipate the information and a deadline of December 1st for those who, of 2014 for those who will be interested in attending Rancho Campana High School. We're often asked, what kind of a school is it going to be? Well, I want to make it very, very clear. This is going to be a college-ready A through G school along with a career pathway. We are preparing kids for the 21st century for college and career ready, so they will have rigorous curriculum, and they will also have 3 pathways which the EdSpec committee has worked together on, being the entertainment and also digital media would be one, medical and health would be another, and engineering. And we are going to encourage our teachers to apply for these positions. We want teachers who are ready to move forward in this endeavor. And again, there will be no library at Rancho Campana High School. Does anybody understand why? Because the library is right there, and they can just literally walk over. So we are going to have a media center where students will be able to conduct research and collaboration. The classroom, and Kate probably didn't mention this, but I know that they're all going to be green technology, and we are going to set the standard. The Oxnard Union High School District is engaged in link learning and also preparing students for college and career ready. We are truly preparing our students for the future, and we have a new learning management system that we are putting in place, and the technology we're putting in place, so we'll be able to pilot and work all the bugs out. So on day one, when students arrive on this campus, they will be ready to go, and we should be able to move our students, providing the greatest opportunity to go to any college of their choice, any career of their choice, and for a brighter future. And that's why we're all here today, right? All right. With that said, let's start moving forward. So at this time, we're going to have coordinate our board members to, we'll also invite guests, so we're going to do this in phases. You're more than welcome to stand and kind of gather around here. I will have a mic, and we will work with our staff to kind of bring the dignitaries over at the same time. So until you're called over, please wait over here. And at this time, I'd like to ask the board members to, you have your hard hats? If not, we're going to work across the way. Be very careful. And we will take our pictures, and then we will call you along. So thank you for being here this morning. Please stick around. Don't go anywhere. So President Lopez has a few words to say.
Actually, over, so why don't we start off with Dr. Davis, Vice President.
Thank you, President Henson. Good morning, Camarillo community and special guests. This is indeed a special day in the history of the Oxnard Union High School District and this great city. Of special importance to me, personally and professionally, as has been mentioned, it was my privilege to serve as this school district superintendent when this land was purchased as a site for a new high school, and then in 2004, the passage of the Measure H school bond, both enabling the Oxnard Union High School District to make this day happen and to commence with the construction of Rancho Campana High School. The land has been purchased, the funding is available, the designs have been completed, the construction contractors have been identified, the timeline is set. Let's now proceed to build a very special high school serving Camarillo students for many years and generations to come. Thank you for sharing this very special occasion with us.
Good morning. I did recognize I just want to thank all the community members who are part of the Kate mentioned how everybody worked together. I had the privilege to serve on those committees, and it was amazing. The interaction, the cohesiveness of the group to get things moved forward. It was the most phenomenal experience anyone could ever imagine. Creative, smart, dedicated parents, staff members, everybody to our kids. I'm proud to be here. It's been my pleasure to serve on this board. I can't wait for a year and a half. We're all here talking about great days. Thank you.
During the 2012 elections, I promised about building a high school in the area. I'm proud to be standing in front of you today, participating in this proud ceremony approximately 16 months after I was elected. One of the first things I realized after taking office is that there were 4 other board members, a superintendent, staff, community, building committee, united and committed to the same thing. Committed to building a school that will provide a unique and innovative learning environment with the goal of preparing the students of Camarillo for college and the 21st century workplace. The school is being built because of the efforts of many, especially those who supported and voted for Measure H in 2004. So thank you again to all who helped pass Measure H. Also, please know that the Oxnard Union High School District is doing everything possible to complete the school so it can open in fall 2015. Lastly, on a personal note, I am excited and thrilled to be part of this day and moving one more step forward on building Rancho Campana High School. So hand me a shovel, I'm ready to start digging. Good morning. I'm delighted to be here this morning. As my dear Winston, my sister collected this many years ago when my school did raise a hand when she was blind. This is the beginning of keeping our commitment to the community. But more important, it's an opportunity for us to provide increased opportunities for students in Camarillo. Thank you for being here and thank you for supporting Red Ranch.
Okay, I think we're ready now, right? Okay, so if your name was mentioned, we're going to try to get you on one of those pictures in order. So at this time, feel free to stand up and kind of gather around over here. We're going to be taking pictures. I'll ask the board members to work their way over. If I can get some assistance from... thank you. But thank you for being here this morning.